Guys, welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new. In today's video I wanted to talk about hair masks and specifically why to use them, tips and tricks, and the type of hair types that they are amazing for. If you are new to my channel, then I am someone that reviews tons of hair masks, hair products, hair oils, dry shampoos on here to help you make better choices in terms of your hair care routine and choose the products that are going to work best for you, your price range and your hair type. And with hair masks being one of the top products that I do recommend and share so much of and review so much, is because I think they are an integral part of your hair care routine. So I'm going to chat through today about why hair masks are so important, the types of hair types that would benefit most for them, and how often a week you should be using them as well. So if you're looking to get a little bit more educated on when and where to use hair masks, then this video is definitely for you. I'd absolutely love it if you kept on watching. Hit that thumbs up button as well, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content and specifically hair mask reviews as well. But with that all said and done, let's get straight into it. First and foremost, hair masks are an amazing product for not only boosting hydration but also repairing damaged hair. And if you're asking what type of hair type benefits most, it really does vary. It depends on the damage that you have, the type of heat that you use, how often you get your hair done. But ultimately I'm someone that says that every hair type and texture benefits from a hair mask, at least in one way or another. But not only is like damage from what you use on your hair, but also if you take medication, if your diet is very limited and you don't have much protein, your hair and your skin are often the first signs of that affecting your body. It can also be a factor depending on how hot of a country you live. So I'm here in the UK and it's normally pretty cold, but we do have actually quite hot summers now. And so when it's more hot outside, I find that my hair is a lot drier and needs a lot more hydration than of course in the winter. So if you are somewhere that has a high humidity and it's a really hot place, not only am I very jealous, but it means that your hair needs to have extra protection in the same way in which your skin does too. If you are prone to knots as well, so that's knots and tangles in your hair, and you find it very difficult to manage, it might be that it's really curly, it might be that it's an afro, it might be very straight but also very damaged, and the way in which you sleep or the particular hairstyles you use cause a lot of friction and knots as well, then every single person in my opinion can fit into some kind of hair need category whereby hair masks are a beneficial part of your routine. Now I am someone, if this is the first of my videos you're watching or you're relatively new to my channel, I have gone on such a long hair care journey myself. So I would say probably about 5 years ago I had really damaged hair. My hair was full of bleach, of which I got done every 6 weeks. It never grew past a certain length. It was so dry, it was so uneven, I had tons of split ends. And whilst back then I wish I knew what I knew now, but I remember making a change by adding hair masks in my routine. That genuinely helped my hair so much, and it's basically why I'm now so passionate about sharing products with you, because I have gone through this journey myself where my hair was my biggest insecurity. It was so dry, so brittle and so thin, and I just hated the way it looked, even though I tried to make so many different changes. And now coming out the end of it, where my hair has grown really long, it's super thick as well. It does need a haircut, and I am booked in to get my hair cut very soon. But it is a process of finding what products work best for you, and I am someone that has found that hair masks on varied different price ranges have made such a positive difference to my hair, and that's why I want to share so many different products with you guys of all different price ranges too, from the most affordable types to also the more expensive ones that get a lot of hype, a lot of exposure, that you are made to believe are life-changing but sometimes have ingredients that cause perhaps more damage than good. So being more educated on the choices you make for your hair is one of the first steps in terms of actually making sure that your hair grows really long. And I have another playlist where I talk about other factors as well as hair masks that you can check out to find out where else you can make positive changes to your routine to make your hair grow long and strong in the process as well. But I'm someone now that considers my hair to be very healthy, it's long, and it is kind of growing a lot more evenly. And I would say that even in this position I still benefit from hair masks, and I use them 1 to 2 times a week depending on if I'm filming a video and testing a new product to try. But I also use products like the Philip Kingsley Elasticizer at least once a week to actually make sure that my hair maintains the level of healthiness I've got it to. It's not a process where you fix damage and then it's like damage free forever. Of course, it's a process that you keep wanting to use, and alongside those other steps, it's been life-changing for me, and I hope that it can be for you as well. And if you are someone that is looking for advice on how often you should be using a hair mask, I would say a general rule of thumb is use it at least once a week. Make it part of a routine, even if it's on a weekend, and part of that Saturday night routine or Sunday night routine, now we can go out again, is the fact that using a hair mask is going to help benefit your hair, and it will become a routine like you shampoo and conditioner and don't even think about it. However, there are some slight changes as well. So if you are someone that extends the wash time of your hair, it's a consideration that some people can make, and it has benefits and non-benefits too. Using a hair mask in place of conditioner, if you wash every 5 to 7 days, can be really great in terms of adding that extra hydration and an intense moisture to your hair strands that your hair ultimately needs if you are washing it less. If you're washing every 2 to 3 days, using alone as part of your shampoo and conditioner routine will be absolutely fine and beneficial enough for you. But if you are extending the period of time, then you can use it in place of a conditioner for that extra hydration, or use it as well, as it is one of those processes that there's no rules. You can find a way that works best for you, and every product as well will slightly differ, and so that's why I'm testing so many products out, so that I can find examples for you to try to help you understand what product is best for you and your routine and your lifestyle as well. Now, it is important to note here that for some hair types, hair mask may weigh down the hair a little bit. However, it is still a step that really benefits your hair more than the disadvantages. So if you're someone that's used a hair mask and you think, you know what, this is too heavy, or I don't like the way it feels, maybe just shampoo twice to make sure that the hair mask is out, or you can do it before you shampoo and conditioner, you could do it after shampoo, you could do it instead of conditioner. Just trial and error with this. That's why I love hair care so much, is that there's no rules. You can try and find a way that works best for you and your hair type. But there are times where hair masks aren't the best thing, but definitely keep at them. It might be that you're using one that's too heavy for your hair. There are formulas of all different scales in terms of hair masks, and I hope that my reviews are helping you decide which one is best from that perspective as well, because I do talk about the formula and how thick a product is too, so that might influence the best one for your hair type. And how long to use a hair mask for? It's one of those questions I get so often, and once again, I think it depends on your hair type, but the way that I prefer to use them is that I will, depending on the hair mask, again each one is slightly different, my preferable way of using a hair mask is spraying my hair with water, putting a hair mask on, leaving it on for anywhere between half an hour to a couple of hours, then washing out as normal, and I find that my hair benefits most normally from using that technique. However, some products you can, and it instructs you to just use quickly after shampoo, to leave it in for just a couple of minutes, which is an option, but I typically would advise to leave hair mask on for way longer than you are conditioner. Hair mask formulas are richer and more intense in order to prevent dryness, and so the longer you leave them on for, the more your hair basically gets those benefits, and it's something that I really do believe in. So it might be that you shampoo your hair first of all, and again, some products I will do that, where I will shampoo my hair off camera. I will then come back and show you a hair mask and leave it on for anywhere between half an hour and a couple of hours, like I mentioned, and then condition as normal. And then that process there means that my hair is fully penetrated in terms of all of the amazing benefits that the masks provide. And how long to start with your hair mask ultimately depends on how dry your hair is. And so if you are someone that has extreme split ends and your hair is so dry, it's so brittle, and you notice when you brush it that it's snapping a lot more than often, leave it on for longer. If your hair is relatively healthy but you're looking to use hair mask in a maintenance point of view, those couple of minutes between shampoo and conditioner will be fine for you, but it is just finding that way that works best for you, and ultimately how dry your hair is determines how long to leave it on for. But I would definitely recommend the longer the better. Despite how healthy your hair is, I genuinely love keeping mine on for as long as I can, and I feel like my hair has continued to grow really healthy because of that decision. Now, I kind of touched on it already, but hair masks are fantastic for people that have split ends, and this was definitely me a few years ago, where I mentioned that my hair would never grow past a certain length, is that I felt like my hair just wouldn't. I just felt like it was like a kind of genetic thing that my hair would never grow, but it's not. It's because my hair kept breaking. I could tell that because I would have root regrowth from where my hair was obviously growing out, but the ends were snapping, snapping, and that is an easy sign to detect that your hair is incredibly dry and therefore needs the hydration that hair masks provide. Once again, I have done a dedicated video on how to prevent split ends if that is something that you are particularly worried about or you are struggling with and you are a bit of a loss in terms of how to help that. That video goes in a lot more depth, but again, one of those steps is hair masks, and the fact that ultimately hair masks are a hydration and moisturizing booster and do so much for your hair regardless of the condition it's in, but typically the drier the more benefits you're going to seek from them. Now, I've already chatted about how long I leave it on for and the different methods in which you can apply it. However, I wanted to chat about specifically where to apply hair masks. Now, I see lots of conflicting opinions, and that's fine. Once again, there's no right or wrong answer. Some people believe that hair masks are best on the lengths all the way to the ends and neglect the scalp. The way that I see it, and based on my research and the people that I speak to professionally, is that applying hair masks all across the hair is a benefit for your hair more than a negative. And so what I will do is I apply hair masks from my scalp to my ends and saturate thoroughly. The reason being is that your scalp is skin, first of all, so if you have dryness in terms of dandruff, then that is a huge benefit for you. But also from a skincare point of view, I always talk very similarly about how skin and hair are connected, because your approach with skin should be a very similar approach with your hair. If your skin is oily, you should still put an oil on your face because it helps the face. It means that it's not producing excess. The body overcompensates in a particular area of dryness. So if your face is typically dry and you're not moisturizing properly and you're not putting the right oils on, then your face might be overcompensating on face oil because obviously it's trying to make natural oils in the place where it's not getting them. Same goes for your hair. So I have had a few questions where people say, I don't want to apply a hair mask to my hair because it gets greasy very quickly. However, it's better to put hair masks on your scalp because it's preventing those excess oils from coming out, because you are cleansing it and you're looking after it the same way as your skin. And once again, I am someone that used to have that mindset. I used to believe that putting product, especially a rich formulated product, on your scalp could cause my hair to go greasy. I expected that products with an oil in would mean that my scalp would get oily, but I've noticed the opposite, and that's because I am making sure that my scalp is well nourished and the natural oils don't need to come out in as much force because I am already doing that. And that's why your hair gets greasy over time the longer you leave it between washes, because it's overcompensating on the dryness because it's not being moisturized, it's not being cleansed like skin. And again, think of skin. You wash your face typically twice a day, but you don't do that with your hair. That's why your hair may get quite greasy quite quickly. However, I've noticed personally that applying hair masks to the scalp of my hair makes such a big difference in terms of not only the condition of it, but also preventing getting greasy hair too early. And it's definitely something that I did the first time and was like, I actually can't believe this, and I've stuck to all this time. And my hair probably gets greasy on day 4, day 5. By that point, I do typically wash my hair. I don't like to stretch my hair out too much because I do find that I may get more dryness as a result. Some hairdressers recommend the longer you leave it the better. There are hairdressers like Annabelle Kingsley that works at Philip Kingsley that actually recommend you wash your hair every day. So there are different benefits and there is no right or wrong way. Find a way that works best for your hair, but factor in how dry you are letting your hair in if you are extending that period of time. And if that's the case, use a hair mask instead of a conditioner for an intense hydration to make sure your scalp and your hair are well nourished between those washes. Now, another thing is making sure that your hair mask is thoroughly washed and out. So that is kind of goes hand in hand with the oiliness. The hair mask causing oiliness specifically is only if you don't wash it out in the correct way, which is why I'm typically someone that recommends using a hair mask prior to shampoo and conditioner, because you can cleanse it out. If your hair mask is on for a longer period of time before you're washing it, then that's when it's redeeming those benefits on a more long-term basis. However, some hair masks do recommend that you shampoo first to cleanse first, then put it on. If that's the case, you can always shampoo again after to make sure it's off, especially for those thicker hair masks. A recent video I did where I tried coconut oil overnight did show that I didn't wash that out properly, and so you definitely need to do that. Make sure that it's thoroughly cleansed out to make sure there's no debris on your hair, which is then going to make your hair look or feel oily or greasier quicker. And now the next thing is which hair mask is best for you, and that's really difficult to answer here, but it does depend. And I break down every single hair mask that I try on this channel. I have a hair playlist where all of those videos belong, so you can help identify ones that you are maybe looking at and then finding out whether or not it works for your hair type. I do try to break down as well the types of hair that I believe that would best fit certain hair masks to help you decide whether or not it is for you. There are definitely hair masks that are really great, for example curly hair, that are even better on straight hair because your hair isn't as fragile, but then vice versa, there might be hair masks that are made for straight hair in mind and are too thin to actually combat and moisturize curly hair in the same way. So I am someone that breaks all of those factors down, so if you are in need of a bit of guidance, I am really here to help you identify that. If you have any questions or there's any hair mask specifically that you want to try, let me know in the comments below. Just let me know your hair type, the mask that you're looking at, and I will let you know whether or not I think that that's a good choice, or other ones that I've tried that I think would work really well for you. But that all said and done, I hope that this video has helped you understand a bit more about hair masks, why to use them, and why for me personally I'm so passionate about using them and the benefits that they could cause your hair too. So if this video has been helpful, please do smash that thumbs up button. It means so much to me, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave. If you have any additional questions, I realise I've been talking for a really long time, there's probably some things I haven't covered, so if you do have any questions, let me know down below as well. I'll be more than happy to help. But I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.